What's going on YouTube? It's CGL's Collectibles here. It was a long, strenuous winter here in the Northeast. It was probably one of the worst winters we've had in over a decade, but now we're in the springtime. It's 45 degrees with a chance of getting up to 55. Beautiful day, blue skies. We're here in Danbury, Connecticut to go back to Elephant's Trunk Flea Market. You guys know this flea market from my past videos is a honey hole. We'll see if we find anything really great today. Last time we were here, dug through an amazing box of vintage Silver Age comic books, and there's always good stuff. This is one of my favorite flea markets to go to on the planet, and I think it's one of the better flea markets to go to if you're ever in the area. So we'll see you in a bit. As soon as we pull in, we're driving in this way, and see you soon. What the heck? The first president to beat the draft and save you money on your utility bills. What?
And my mother having me book up. You fill up so many things, you get stuff.
Hey, how you doing, brother? There you go. Yeah, last year go by quick. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Look.
It's good. Can I propose a counter offer?
What do you got?
$100.
Buck and a quarter be my lowest. So.
That's the lowest?
Yeah, they're definitely worth it. If you look them up, they sell for quite a bit more.
Sure. I don't want to lose them, so I'll take it. I don't want them going somewhere else.
When you take them home,
Yeah.
put them in the dark, and
I'm going to.
they glow. It tells you right here. Poster will glow best in very dark room, exposed to bright light first. But they do. They're really nice.
I'll check them
You
out.
won't be sorry. I promise you that.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
It's so hard seeing them in the package, you know? Look at this. I think that's 1983 Coleco Rambo action figure. Asking $125. That's pretty sweet.
Piece of pottery. It's got some age to it.
Very cool.
So we went down 2 rows and we already spent $150. So we got some problems. At the same time, they're good problems. But as you guys can see, just in this footage alone, you know, so far up to this point, there's amazing stuff. Every row has dozens of stands with vintage, cool stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable. So yeah, we're gonna keep digging, keep looking, and we'll see if we can make any more deals.
No garbage. I gotta tell you, Jonathan he is a true joy.
Oh, look at that. Hershey's ice cream panel.
I like that.
That's cool.
Hey. Oh, Hires root beer.
Well, now everything's legal. These people are going to lose their house, their wives, and the way they gamble now.
Look at these.
My friend's son is 16.
90s Marvel superheroes still in the package. I love those. This is one of the first collectibles I ever bought. Dr. Octopus.
Everybody.
Marvel Tales, Gold Key Phantom. Tarzan books. These are in nice shape. Twilight Zone.
It's old. Those are Tommy. You know, whack them into the V. Yeah, mine is right.
Samson.
These get knocked into the.
Any cool ones?
Yeah, really cool. This is like a $1,000 box, basically. Look at this. Some of these prices aren't bad. Like this Farm Boy Luke, $100. That's not a bad price. Boba Fett with his blaster, $55. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a nice box. Very nice box.
These are great. That reminds me. Then we'd have a nice cheeseburger and fries and a milkshake after you got your mac. You behaved, right?
That sounds like a good time.
That was the best.
My place
man.
was Binks.
You sit at the counter. Oh, Binks. Yeah,
Yeah,
mine was
from
Woolworth and
All right,
Crescent.
who wanted the?
This gentleman here, he wants you over
Okay.
there.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we,
it.
in our town we had a little store called Binks. Oh my God. And right next door was the pharmacy. And you go sit at the counter and have that burger.
Ham was so good back then too.
Look at this.
Everything was better then.
What's up, Batman?
Everything was better then. The comics are mostly 15. There's a few that are a little bit more.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Thank you.
No. I've got two of them.
I love these Batman books. One more pile. Let's see.
How much did you do for the whole box?
A whole box of what? See the boy right there in the gray hat? Right there, the sweatshirt?
Yep.
Just call him Fred and he can answer.
I'm in no rush.
Okay, how much for the whole box of marbles on? The whole box of marbles.
Laura, just give me a bit of a count. I know they're for you, but give me a bit of a count so I can get a
Okay.
ballpark.
Alrighty.
I like those.
That's what the price is, but I'll do better than that.
Sir, real quick, what was the price on this?
Well, yeah, 20 bucks.
$20. Okay. $20. I think I'm gonna pass at 20. I think I'm gonna pass.
How much were you hoping to get?
If he said 15, but I don't, it's not a great book. It's just the nicest one I think in the bunch.
He had about 500 girlfriends. Look how good, ask her, look how good looking he is. Wasn't he good looking?
I love Star Trek. That's my favorite. The Batman cards, those are sick.
1966.
Those are so cool.
But the thing that blows your mind,
And $20 isn't a bad price.
look at the condition.
Yeah, I know. Wow, these are 70s stickers.
Of course, the first kid that came along this morning, who's missing?
Skywalker.
There you go.
There you go.
He whipped it out like it was nothing. How'd you get that? Did you
Those
do
are
it
getting
with
expensive too. Like,
Marvel too?
yeah, the Marvel trading cards and stuff. I had a couple sets that I sold back during COVID.
These I got from my sister because her sons moved away.
Oh, the hologram. That's a good one. Yeah, the hologram.
Look at these things.
That is sweet. What's your name?
Ray.
Ray. My name's Chris.
I'm here every
Pleasure.
week.
Sweet. I'll be running into you again, okay? Are there prices on the back of these, or how are they priced out?
All of them don't have prices on them
Sure.
right now, unfortunately, but I can look them up. I do everything just under online.
Sure. Okay.
And then everything from there back are all misprints.
Gotcha. That's cool. So I'll ask you two questions. This really crappy Dark Magician, and then this other nice one. I'll just ask what the price would be on those two.
This one I'll have to look up. That one I just comped. It's going surprisingly in that condition for the first set. They're going for like 130, 150.
I didn't notice it was a first edition.
Yeah, it's a first set.
Okay. That's very nice.
A PSA 10 just sold for 25 grand.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, if you want to look up that one, yeah, I'll check that. It's so refreshing to see Yu-Gi-Oh!
Don't worry about the price. I can work on everything. It's complete new. It just sat in the sun for a while. Seeing cheapest at 40. I could do 35.
Okay. That's not a bad price at all.
No. What's going on, brother? How you
Not
doing?
a bad price.
Yeah, likewise. Good luck hunting, man. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Hoping nobody takes it. I'm going to swing around. Just
Yeah, no
check out a
problem.
couple
Here,
more
flip it
rows.
upside down, just so I remember.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, not a
Thanks so
problem.
much. Appreciate
I'll be
it.
here.
All right, let's just check out. What else we got? What do we miss over here? Cool stuff.
I got some comic books. So this is when they move out. I didn't even look at it. I went like this. What you want for? I don't mind. You collect cards and comics? No.
Look at this.
I have some comics, but they're not.
$6 Million Man, Secret of Bigfoot Pass. I have one of these. This is a replica of what the older ones used to look like. Excuse me, sir. Thanks.
1989 up. Yeah, I just bought a collection. Yeah, right. You got that with you?
No, it's violated. I just bought it not today. I
PSA 10.
So I'm a well traveler. So I went up to Torrington yesterday to buy a collection. Yeah.
Just take a look at these comic books, babe, on the other side.
Yeah, you have
So,
Yeah, no, I didn't. I bought it for $2 grand on eBay.
although, you know, I love all of it.
It took off like a rocket.
My brother always wanted one, and I have.
I
have.
Rippy's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite player of all time.
Cheyenne.
And Cal Ripken.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was in the collection. Yeah, it was.
Ooh, this is one of my favorite covers.
But
War of the Werewolves.
This is the first fighter. New York Comic Con.
Rawhide Kid. Jimmy Olsen.
Fair market value now.
First appearance of Bishop. Old Batman book. It's pretty rough. Mummy. Marvel Horror. Son of Satan.
72.
Oh, what's this? That's pretty cool.
1951. Graded.
Pretty sweet. So once again, Elephant's Trunk Flea Market did not disappoint. We didn't even know that this was opening weekends. This is their first show of the year, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the weather was perfect. The vendors were out in full. Some of the stuff that we saw, and there's even some things that I'll include in the recap that you guys did not see me purchase on camera, just out of this world. Everything about this flea market is great. I don't know why nobody would want to come here. I mean, if you're within a 2-hour drive of this flea market, I would say it's worth the trip. They run it weekly. My fiance and I were even planning on vending here one week, so maybe I'll give you guys a little bit of notice. One weekend in April or in May, we'll definitely put a table together and come out here and vend and sell some stuff. But overall, just another dynamite experience at Elephant's Trunk Flea Market, and can't wait for next week. Okay, so we just wrapped up our trip to Elephant's Trunk Flea Market. Let me show you guys what I got piece by piece. All right, and this one you guys probably did not see me buy on camera. I was talking to a fella that had a ton of vintage sports cards, and if you guys know anything about my past videos, I love vintage football. Like, that's my thing. So for $5, I got this Kenny Stabler card. It's nothing special. I mean, this is right in the prime of his career. So this card came out in 1976. And Ken Stabler is just one of my favorite quarterbacks from the 1970s. I think he may be one of the best quarterbacks ever. But yeah, Kenny the Snake Stabler. So this is a pretty cool card. Kenny Stabler card, $5. And this is another one that you guys did not see on camera, unfortunately. We couldn't film everything today, but I found a blind Willie McTell early years record, and this is not like vintage from the 1930s, but this is 1930s music on here, acoustic blues music. Now this guy, Jeff, was the vendor. He had the biggest blues collection on vinyl that I've ever seen, and I've been to some major record stores around the East Coast. Nothing had a selection like Jeff. He said he cleared out a couple of collections and that this was the stuff that he brought in. And it's just a really awesome record. I mean, the music on here is great. I don't know if you guys know, I mean, I don't really talk about it too much on this channel, that I am a vintage acoustic Mississippi blues fanatic. I mean, this is really my favorite type of music. And Blind Willie McTell, probably up there in like the top 3 artists of all time in that category. So this is just a really cool record. He had it marked at $50, which is high. I mean, you can find these online for like 30, 40 bucks. And I asked him if he would take 40 bucks for it, and he said sure. So for $40, I'm going to get a lot of fun listening to this, trying to sound something like this gentleman here on the guitar, and yeah, failing miserably at it. But the music on here is world class. So really, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that goes in my personal collection, and it never comes out. There's just not a reason for me to ever sell this, right? This is just something that's going to be added to my library of records. So really awesome piece. Now I want to show you guys the best pieces that I bought. It's the first thing that I bought. So unfortunately I spent all my money right out in the beginning, but at the same time, I am like stoked on these posters. Check this out. So I got to do some research on these. The gentleman that sold this to me is really banking on the fact that these came out around the same time as the Aurora model kits, which came out in like the early 70s, I think mid 70s. So these came out in 1975, which lines up kind of with that. In my mind, I was thinking that the model kits came out in the 60s, so I got to go back and check. Like, let's just fact check that. What I didn't need to fact check is the fact that this vendor was selling a ton of horror stuff. He had Halloween decorations, he had vintage stuff, he had advertising, but then he had a lot of horror. So this guy was definitely a horror fanatic. He had these, and these are 1975. I'll go through all of them. There's 4 in total, and there's 2 that I'm most excited about. So I'm going to show you guys the least interesting ones first. But this is Phantom of the Opera. He said that these glow in the dark, but had 4 of them, said $125 for all of them. He wasn't budging on the price. Tried to get them down to $100 at 25 bucks a piece, but quite honestly, 25 bucks a piece would be an absolute steal on these. So looking these up online, they go for, I'll put some info in the video here for you guys, they go for anywhere between 50 to 100 bucks a piece. So these are really awesome. So this is the Phantom of the Opera. Here's the Frankenstein. Here's the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and this might be a keeper. I mean, Creature's one of my favorites. And here's the Wolfman. Now, this is the reason why I bought this lot in the first place. The Wolfman is my favorite of the Universal monsters. This one's going to be a personal piece. I might even consider getting this one framed. I'm assuming we're missing Dracula, maybe the Mummy too. But to have 4 of these really big Universal monsters, and Frankenstein, Creature, Phantom of the Opera, and Wolfman, that's a really awesome score for 125 bucks. I'm not complaining. So not only do I want to thank Elephant's Trunk Flea Market for having such a great opening event, but I also want to thank you guys for watching the video. Really appreciate if you guys would like, subscribe, leave a comment. Should I have pulled the trigger on that $20 Doctor Strange comic book? You know, I was going through the other guys' comic books. There was a couple comic book vendors, and somebody had that same book listed at $35, which I thought his prices were ridiculous, but it was in worse condition. I probably should have pulled the trigger on it, but it was so early in the day. I already spent a bunch of money on the posters. I was like, let me hold out for a little longer just to see. But yeah, and then last thing, if you guys are interested, May 17th, weather permitting, I will be setting up at the Elephant's Trunk Flea Market in Connecticut, one day only. I'm going to bring a ton of stuff. We're probably going to rent like a little U-Haul or something so I can bring a whole bunch of stuff, everything from dollar books to high-end premium pieces. Some of you guys that have seen me at the flea market before, you guys know I really like to wheel and deal and like to push stuff out. I bring stuff to sell. I want to get it to you guys at a good, fair price. May 17th, Elephant's Trunk Flea Market, weather permitting. I'll be there. Hope to see you.
What are those?